Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Thank you for following the podcast on Apple and Spotify. And thank you for watching the videos on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube today, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, so thank you so much. So the Miami Heat are 43-35. They're the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, and we all know they just lost recently to the Indiana Pacers in the most important game of the season. And even though they technically still can get the 6th seed, I think it's not going to happen at this point. The Heat have 4 games left, including a game today against the Hawks on the road. This is the final road game for the Miami Heat, so wanted to give a quick injury update and provide some news. But either way, disappointing Miami Heat game against the Pacers, disappointing season as well. The Miami Heat are only 3 games back from the 3rd seed, which is the Orlando Magic. The fact that this young team, the Magic, who have definitely been healthier than the Miami Heat, are the 3rd seed and they're 14 games above 500. And the Miami Heat are, struggling as a team that had expectations, higher expectations than last year, in my opinion, after adding some good pieces through the draft as well as through trades mid-season. You would think the Miami Heat would be in a better position, and they're not. So they're playing a big game against the Hawks, and I guess it's not as big as the game against the Pacers where they had the opportunity to get out of the play-in. But right now the Miami Heat are fighting to get a better position in the play-in because they're half a game from the 76ers in the 7th seed, and they have the tiebreaker against them. So we need to leapfrog them, and the Miami Heat need to go 4-0 against the Hawks, Mavs, and then the Raptors twice in order to potentially go to the 6th seed, which I don't think is going to happen again. Or they need to go just 4-0 so that they can potentially leapfrog the Sixers so they can get at least home court in the play-in matchup, because 7 plays 8, and the winner of that becomes the 7th seed, and the loser plays the 9-10 seed, which is the Bulls and Hawks, for the 8th seed. So this game is important because the Hawks are also a game behind the Bulls, and they are trying to get home court as the 9th seed. So important game, technically, even though I'm deflated and it's been a rough week and rough season that has just been so inconsistent and so frustrating. Every time this team takes a step forward, they always take a step back, as I've been saying in other videos. And every time someone gets healthy and the Miami Heat get a little more whole, someone else gets hurt. So this team can never stay healthy. And right now, Duncan Robinson is going to be forced to miss another game with his lingering back injury. And after initially being listed as probable for the Miami Heat's game again tonight against the Hawks, Robinson was downgraded to out. So Robinson has struggled with his shot since returning from a back injury, and it was listed as left facet syndrome that sidelined him for 5 straight games in the month of March. And Duncan came back, and Robinson has missed 22 of his 28 three-point attempts in, I think, 4 games since he's returned. So he's shooting 23% from 3, and he was 0 for 4 against the Pacers in that loss on Sunday. And it's annoying because this does impact the Heat's rotation. Robinson had started in the last 17 games, including the last 2 in which Tyler Hero returned from a 20-game absence because of what we thought was knee injury first, but then became a foot injury. And Hero accepted a bench role upon his return, and Robinson's injury could thrust him back in the starting lineup because Tyler has played really well coming off the bench. Hero has played better than Robinson since he returned. He had 17 points his first game and then 21 off the bench while shooting for 50% overall in those 2 games. Closed both games, and he nearly lifted the Miami Heat to a huge comeback, hitting a huge three against the Pacers, but none of that shit matters because the Heat lost. But either way, big loss not having Duncan Robinson. And the issue here is there is no time frame. So Iro Winderman said that they're going back to the drawing board and anything's possible on time frame. Duncan Robinson, says his back was exacerbated by that return, says he needs to take a step back. So that's not good news to hear from your best three-point shooter and someone who's one of the most improved players in the NBA not being available. Other people on the report, so Bam Adebayo apparently has a left hand sprain. Not sure when that happened. Not good. Jovic, right ankle sprain. Kevin Love, left ankle sprain. Orlando Robinson now has back spasms, but luckily all of them are probable. Meanwhile, the other last injury update I have for today is Terry Rozier, who played last game with a neck strain or sprain, who mentioned he shouldn't have played against the Pacers, who only played 22 minutes in that game. Basically said he regretted trying to play, that he should have rested. Now, Terry is a questionable for this game, and he's going to be a game time decision. I think they should sit him out and rest him at this point, because who cares? We're already going to be a play-in team, and I guess, yes, I want to fight for the 7th seed, but either way, it's not looking great playing against the Sixers now that Embiid's back, and they look really good, especially Maxey. And they have players out too, Tobias Harris, DeAndre Melton. They still were able to beat us last week as well in a huge, huge game as well. So either way, the Heat have Patty Mills and DeLon Wright, who could play now, because again, we're back to being an injured team. So yeah, frustrating season, Heat Nation, but I don't know. We just need to win out these 4 games to show that we have any hope to make a deep playoff run one more time. So hopefully Jimmy could step up tonight, because we need him. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.